I'm gonna be attempting to demonstrate and explain Exo Skip in this bad content, completely unedited tutorial. Don't miss the dash there. Just kidding, that doesn't matter at all. Do morph here though and charge a boost because we want to get over here ASAP and lay this goddamn power bomb. That was shitty. Nail this slope jump and get up here to fucking murderize the shit out of this dude. But not yet. We have to do it on this platform over here because it's fast. Now that we've done all of that, that Metroid down there is gonna come up here and try to give me a piece of his mind, and I'm gonna fucking transport him into the next dimension. So hold like every time I pause to explain shit, it ruins my inputs. But we're gonna just hope that everything's fine here. So I'm gonna hold lightly forward so that I'm like pressed up against the door frame, but not like moving. We have to be inside Crater Tunnel B physically, but we can't pass through the whole trigger that lets the game know that we've transitioned to Crater Tunnel B. So the map should still be on phase encore. Otherwise, the Metroids will deactivate. Nothing will work. Okay. So now that that's like covered, we're gonna let the Metroid lock onto you. When he does, the game has like a weird force it tries to apply to you, that where it like pushes you with the Metroid like through the door, which kills the Metroid. I don't know why this happens, but it does. So you want to hold up right when he latches onto you. You want to hold fully up. If you hold up too early, you'll just roll through the door, which will be horrible, because it'll just mess up everything. So don't do that. So right when he grabs you, hold up, and then lay a bomb and just keep holding up. And then right as the bomb is about to explode, switch to up left. That helps the Metroid not explode and kill himself in a wall for some reason, but he really wants to do that very badly. So as soon as we then get the Metroid off, we're gonna go turn and face a wall, which should have him not explode. Sometimes he still does because fucking AI, I don't know. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen before it happens. Hopefully I can try and talk while it's happening, but that's the rundown. Okay, we're gonna face this wall. Please live. Okay, sick. This Metroid is going to be extremely annoying. So I'm just going to do one of these. That'll just turn him off for a second. Unfortunately, it turns off the Metroid we're trying to use as well. Lord. Alright, you can do this so that this Metroid does not mess with you, but he's messing with me. It has to do with where the Metroid, the second Metroid that you kill, he comes back later, and he's not the one that you want because his AI does something different. And you need him to basically come back and be like stuck around the corner so that he never gets to you. And that can happen if you're fast, but I guess I just wasn't fast, or his AI just did something weird and he just didn't do it. It's hard to say. But basically, there's like a corner right here. Right there. Stand in there. Look at this. Do one of these. This guy's gonna dash at you. Right when he dashes, the reason that you can't use the other Metroid, you can actually use the other Metroid, but it's fucking stupid. And the reason is, what matters is how high the Metroid is. That's what causes you to get repositioned or not. So you want the Metroid to be very high, because it gives you a lot of time to get under him and try to get into the very small position window that allows you to actually get pushed out of bounds. But the problem is, if he's too high, he just won't reposition you at all. So you need to go through the door, because that deactivates the Metroid. You need to go through the door when he's at a certain height. That's like very important. So you basically, one of the animations of the Metroid is like it's like a smaller height window. So the Metroid we hate, he wiggles all over the fucking place. He's like doing like one of these, and then he starts the like pre-dash animation, which also has oscillation in it. So it's basically just a fucking nightmare to try and get him in the right spot. It sucks. It's doable, it's possible, I've done it, but it's stupid. You don't want to do it. So you want this Metroid. Now, while he is doing his animation, even though he's the one that we want, it's still variable. It's not RNG because he's just moving like this, up and down. He's also wiggling. He's like doing this and moving up and down, right? He's like doing that and moving up and down, which is fine as long as you realize when the right time to move through the door is. Because essentially, what he's going to be doing is just moving up and down, and you want to go through the door when he's at the perfect height, because he'll stop moving there, and that's the height you're going to have to do the trick at. So we're going to try and move through the door when he's at his peak. And that looks like that gave us a good height. That's really hard to do. It's easier to do if you pause, but a lot of people hate pause buffering, so I didn't do it. Now, so you can see he has two little claws, obviously. The one that's closer to the door, when that one goes down, that is the reposition you want to get hit by. So you're going to wait for it like this, and then you're going to go in and try to get hit by that claw. Okay, he's too high. So that's what you'll see. If he's too high, you just won't get pushed into the door frame. It looks like I mistimed his reposition. So you can see him like changing his height. So I'll try going on that. See what height he's at. So that might be pretty low. It looks kind of low to me. But we are getting the reposition. It's hard to get in there fast enough because he's so low. Oh, I went in onto the wrong claw. So I do. And I got pushed out of the door. So now I have to do the little setup again. And as you can see, the Metroid is on my radar. He's like stuck in that spot I was talking about that makes him not bother you anymore. And just if you're like in here, basically around this corner, when he spawns, then he's not gonna bother you. So he's dashing up. Okay, that looks like a pretty good height. So you can see that it looks like there's like enough space for Samus to kind of fit most of the time, but then right when his one claw like goes down, there doesn't look like there's space anymore. And that's pretty much the height that you are looking for. So you pretty much want to... Okay, so the way the reposition actually works, I don't think I explained it yet, is that basically, as long as the Metroid is low enough to reposition you, and he's high enough for you to get under him, it will work. It may be hard to get under there, and maybe like impossible to like consistently try to set yourself up and then tap down slightly. But basically what you want to do is that little corner of where the door frame is, there's like a little corner right there, and you want to tuck yourself in there as tight as possible, almost. Because you actually want to slightly be out of the corner. You want to slightly be out of the corner because that is the position range where the game, if you were in that position, the game will always be like, oh, there's a gap in the floor. That's where I should put him. Don't know why it decides that in that tiny area, that's what it should do. But it's like the same thing as Frigate, where there's that setup and you have to get like right in the exact right position. Except you're also getting hit by a Metroid instead of morphing, I guess, is the only difference. So you basically want to be in a stupidly precise location, except you can't do it while standing. You have to do it while morphed. So that's what makes this more annoying and stupid than the Frigate Secret World. But it's really, it's like the same exact mechanic. It's just that reposition, that way that works. So in order to get in the right position, the current setup that we have is to just get yourself into the corner and then very lightly tap down, because that sweet spot is just in the corner, but not. It's like slightly back. If you're like moving excessively when you tap down, you're tapping down too much. So I'm gonna try to get it now. Camera gets shitty sometimes. trying to pause so I can like talk about all the stuff that can happen once you get out of bounds. I know, like, it's typically BM to pause here. People just don't like pausing in Prime in general. But I don't have save states or anything to fucking do this with. I hate this video already. Just doing an unedited video just feels so bad. That and there's no Miranda. So, when you get knocked out of bounds, the absolute highest priority thing that you can do, or like rather the easiest thing to do, is to unmorph while holding down and space jump. Because if you unmorph while you're holding down, you'll turn around and you'll just jump backwards into the ether. You can also jump and hold forward and try to land on the collision of Phazon Core and then jump into the ether and find the corner. The massively optimal thing to do is to get a bomb space jump and land on the door. And that saves a lot of time versus crawling through the ether. But, yeah. There's like a video of Whiskers doing it with no space jump. That's about it. I mean, people have done it before, but like consistently doing it is just fucking... That's just hard. Just save with the secret world set up on Dolphin and just try doing it. There's really... I don't know. I can't fucking help you any more past that. Okay, so we landed somewhere in the ether. If you do fall all the way down, line this little polyp on the ground with this line. This is like the line of the corner, is like right here. So you should pretty much just only have to walk like left and right to find the corner from here. Yep, there it is. I did not lie to you. Alright. So now you pretty much just want to wall crawl back up. Wall crawl back up. Ether jump back up. And then kind of like the frigate elevator, just get your last ether jump and jump towards the door. I got spooked. React, please do not read that you're going to get it or not. That's like crazy talk. Okay, game. Don't fall. Falling sucks. This is a tall room. Falling in tall rooms is bad content. Okay, so now single jump to this thing. I see everybody in the fucking world. Double jump, you can just single jump to this. And then just R jump. Here. You might like fall and you can like jump from this little edge down here. But I just try to R jump and land on this little weird standable spot that you can't see. And then you can just jump into this little fucking empty ice cream cone thing. There's like an edge that you just land on. Maybe if I look down, you can see it. And we just went through the loading trigger. The loading trigger is like a giant plane that's like right here. So, as you can see, Phazon Core is now gone. And now we can just jump to this doorway. Do not hit the massive cutscene trigger that's right here. That will make you just have to fight Exo. There's no going back if you hit that. So, transition to this room, and then just jump back here. You can stand on this, and then jump to that. You can stand on that. Again, there's a massive cutscene trigger here, so just be wary of exactly how you jump to this spot. And then there's an edge right here that you can walk on, and then jump on top of this little guy. And then R jump around this corner. And land on this standable. If you fall, you can just bomb jump back up. You should be able to land on this standable. Jump. Oh lord. Jump. Jump! Game. Jump forward onto this little edge here. And then jump to... You can, like, fucking R jump, double jump over here. You can see in strats, Vertigo and Justin were fucking making crazy videos of doing this. I will just L jump down to this little branch. Come on. And when I was doing no space jump, I learned that you can just jump from this edge, like if you stand right on this corner, and you just like face away and L jump, you won't ever hit the cutscene. That's a free trick. And don't space jump because you'll end up high in here and you'll have to fall more, and that'll be slow. So just morph and fall down once your like little arrow guy is kind of like in the middle. Alright, you kind of just want to land like to the right of the hole in the floor, because that hole in the floor is like a door. That's what you're going to transition to. This is standable here, so try and hit this and then go all the way back to what was standable, because not this whole area is standable. You want to land like over here where it's standable. That way you can just jump. That way. Game. What the fuck? I jumped straight up and down, and the game was like, yeah, it's not standable anymore, buddy. Yeah, the game will always try to force you to turn around, so be careful of how you're unmorphing. It's not the same as everywhere else in the game. So just jump down here. And then we want to fall, so the next room is facing like this way. Down there, the next room is like this, facing that way. And we want to fall down the left side of the room, like on this side. We want to fall down that. So the way we want to do that is by going through this hole very gently. So you basically want to come out of the ether without like fully smacking into this wall, because that's how you want to like fall down basically. So we're going to just lightly come out of here. Just, oh, I landed on standable, nice. So we transitioned, I held a little forward, and now I'm turning around and I can just jump out. I'm gonna fall a good bit so that I get to approximately the height of this thing. And now I'm going to like basically just walk into this. Shit to stand on over here. I swear to God, if you want to learn how to do this wall crawl fast, just watch somebody good. Once you're standing on this shit over here, just fucking yeet yourself over to this area over here. I'll kind of show you where to land. So basically, you just R-jump and try to land like on the left here. And once you've landed on the left here, then you basically just want to jump like upright. And that's it. That's the whole fucking thing, dude. Sorry, it's not like a good content East and Miranda video, but just nobody's done it. I don't have the time or energy to do it myself right now. And this will hopefully help somebody learn this trick. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Sorry the content sucks.